The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day everybody and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Hope you've had a good start and or middle of your day. Well, I am back. I'm looking at the markets again. I have now got today to check out what is going on. Now, I will say to you right now that Fridays tend to be, for this guy, a light on trading side of day. And that's just based across how my trading has gone for quite some time now, especially in this market. With a Friday coming up, I tended to, when I was trading foreign exchange in other markets, what I would simply do is, wouldn't really be looking at the higher time frames quite as much. You see, I'd like to go into the weekend when the market closed in foreign exchange and whatnot with at least my risk deducted, i.e. hitting my one-to-one in most cases. Now, the reason behind this theory is simply because, over the weekend the market would close and then there could be a gap on the Monday when the market did open again. Now, of course, in crypto, one of the things I like about it is it continues to trade over the weekend. So the threat of that gap is pretty much diminished to null, obviously, unless there's minimal volume available where my orders are. But it's unlikely that it will gap. It's more than likely to have slippage. So when I look at the markets on a Friday, I'm not really, look, honestly, weekends are for family for me whenever I can. I still have to work some Saturdays and I still have to do some bits and pieces, but I try and do it from home. So for me, a Saturday is not a full-on trading day. Don't forget that I'm looking at the markets over and over and over and over and over and over and over every single day of the week, 5 days a week. So it's nice to take a bit of a break from it. Now what I'm looking at is a pullback on Bitcoin. And I'd actually like to see a bit more. I wouldn't be, if we see it pull back in further, I'm not concerned by that, not in the slightest. Now we are underneath 5,000 now on the Bitfinex chart, I must include into that. And, we've seen a huge move in 2 days. Okay, I said it yesterday, a pullback is on the cards. We're starting to see, we've got the market down 1.42%, but from its highs, from 4,300 or so, it's pulled back quite a significant amount, $450 almost, right? So it's quite a decent pullback. Now, if I look at the 4 hour, it's back in that cradle zone. Am I looking for trades here? No, I am not looking for trades here. As a matter of fact, if I was to look for a trade, I'd probably wait for that 8 hour to pull back to give me a little bit better, deeper pullback there. Now, that being said, if it shoots off again, does that mean that if this was to set up as a cradle trade and it shoots off, would I be upset? No, because when I say this, there's a little bullish candle on the 4 hour sitting around about $4,900. So for me, it's just not good enough right now. And I'm more than happy to sit back. I'm more than happy to not have to do a lot over the weekend. Now, if I see a great trade, I will be taking it. Do not get me wrong. But for me right now, I got my parents down here. We had the funeral for my pop yesterday. Really cool event. And believe it or not, I say that with, truly, it was really cool. And basically, I'm happy to just spend a bit of time with the family. So that's my take on my market view right now. With the market pulling back at the moment, of course, we are only down 1.57% on the close from yesterday. But of course, a lot of that drop occurred quickly just before that 11 a.m. Sydney time candle closed. So people looking at this now, if you look at this and think, whoa, why isn't it still going up? Or there might be some fear coming back in. I don't feel that at all. Facts are daily uptrend, weekly uptrend. Sure, the monthly is not. I did, however, say that 5,000 mark. I thought we could, if we were to break through that 43.84 level that I spoke of for quite some time to get us into a weekly uptrend and clear of all levels, 5,000 was kind of the first point of which I talked about and sort of thought, I didn't think it would happen so quickly. So there is caution still to be had, okay? I'm not looking for shorts, though, and 6,000 is probably around the level for which I'm, there's going to be a little bit of resistance at the old lows of 57.55, roughly, and then around that 6,000 mark is the next major resistance there as far as I'm concerned. So a little bit of a pullback is not a bad thing. Now, across the market, we've seen Ethereum pull back inside of the range, which was between 164.60 and 130. It's back inside of there now. Again, is there any concern? Not from my position anyway. Pulled back hard. There might even be an opportunity for a trade, although there is resistance ahead, so happy to leave that alone right now. On EOS, we went straight up into resistance at $6, and we've pulled straight back down onto the support level of $5, more or less, or $5.07. So there might be some opportunities today for trading around this area. I'll be keeping that close on my list. Still, Lumens again. Look on the daily. It's just a little bit too spiky. The candle from a couple of days back. Pretty wild. I'm not really too interested in that right now, and it's down 4.22%. Sorry, I should start. Ethereum down 2.43%, EOS down 3.19%, Stellar 4.39% down, Ripple now 3% down as well, and pulled back inside of that range underneath that 35-cent mark, which we did see some strong resistance. Litecoin also down, which is no surprise considering the stellar moves it's been having, nearly retesting $100. It has since fallen about 20% from there, 18% to be precise, at $82.27. But it says, of course, here on the daily, down 3.65%, because most of that fall from the highs occurred just before the close. We're trading 82.30 now. Bitcoin Cash, again, another one that's had a huge run up, and it's pulled back now, down 5.55%, sitting at $284. Not much for me to watch on that right now. Binance continues to be the tortoise that slow and steadily wins the race. It's grinding away again. It's up 2.72%. And my Binance against Bitcoin trade, I am still in. I could have sworn I was going to get taken out yesterday, but again, it remains that I stay inside of that trade, and let's see how we go from there. Tron is also down 1.43%, pulling back into the right region on the daily, but it's a little bit wild and woolly right now, so I'm happy to leave that alone. And finally, looking at Cardano. Down 8.31%, the biggest faller across the top 10 percentage-wise. It's come off of a pretty good high. It's a bit spiky on that chart. If we look at any of those timeframes from the daily up, from the daily down, you'll note there is some very serious spikes going on there. Now, what does this mean for me today? Well, I'll be doing my top 100 scan with my live trading floor members as I do 5 days a week. It means that I'll be checking the markets and making sure that I am keeping my eye peeled. But what I'll be more than happy to do, especially across these top 10 margin trading pairs, is just wait. Just wait and see what goes on. Monday is going to be a new day, as will Saturday and Sunday. But for me, Monday is when I'm going to come back into this properly again. And for the time being, I'm just going to sit back and let my runners run and see if there's anything else that really stands out. You guys have a fantastic day. I really hope you do. Have a great weekend. I'll speak to you again next week. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast is hosted by Craig Cobb. All Trader Cobb courses, products, and tools can be found at tradercobb.com because experience matters.